Conventional warfare is a chess match. But what if America decided to flip the board? What if an enemy crossed a line so red that the only response was absolute, unyielding, and total war? This isn't about winning a conflict. This is about the systematic and permanent dismantling of a nation's ability to wage war ever again. The first 24 hours wouldn't be a battle. They would be an execution. The target, a peer adversary we'll call the Eastern hegemony, a modern military with a formidable navy, advanced air force, and nuclear teeth. They've made their move, and now Washington's response is activated. The unrestricted warfare protocol. The war begins not with a bang, but with a blackout. In the opening seconds, pre-positioned cyber weapons, digital sleeper agents activate. The hegemony's military command networks are the first to die, severing the head from the body of its army. Then, the national power grid is forced into a catastrophic failure. Cities go dark. Traffic lights fail. Communications towers go silent. Simultaneously, in the silence of space, a more literal blinding occurs. Sophisticated jamming systems target the hegemony's spy and communication satellites. Anti-satellite weapons, launched from stealth fighters high in the atmosphere, turn multi-billion-dollar eyes in the sky into useless, drifting scrap metal. Before a single missile hits the ground, the Eastern hegemony has been deaf, dumb, and blind. Now, the hammer falls. From the inky blackness of the deep Pacific, Ohio-class guided missile submarines, having lurked undetected for months, unleash their fury. Hundreds of Tomahawk cruise missiles scream towards the shore. Their targets are not troop formations, but the enemy's shield, long-range radar sites, surface-to-air missile batteries, and critical command bunkers. They are methodically punching a hole in the hegemony's integrated air defense system as this missile storm rages. The true architects of doom are already airborne. B-2 Spirit and B-21 Raider stealth bombers, having taken off hours earlier, slip through the gaping hole in the enemy's radar coverage. Their mission is decapitation. They fly directly towards command centers so deep and so hardened they were deemed invulnerable. But today, they are targeted by bunker-busting munitions designed to crack continents. The political and military leadership that started this war is vaporized in there. Underground fortresses dot with the enemy blind and leaderless. The hunt begins. Waves of F-22 Raptors swarm into the skies, establishing total air dominance. They are the apex predators, clearing the skies of any confused and disorganized enemy fighters that manage to get airborne. Following them are the F-35 Lightning, the quarterbacks of this digital battlefield. Their sensors paint the entire theater of war, identifying surviving targets and relaying data to the bomb trucks, the F-15EX strike. Eagles that obliterate them with pinpoint precision within the first 24 hours. The Eastern hegemony's air force is a memory. Its command structure is in ashes, and its eyes have been gouged out. Phase 1 is complete. The battlefield is now ours. But a nation is more than its military. It's its economy, its industry, its will to fight, and in a total war, all of it is a target. What comes next isn't an invasion, it's a strangulation. With air dominance absolute, the U.S. strategy shifts from disabling the military to disabling the nation itself. The goal is to ensure the Eastern hegemony can never recover, never rebuild. The first move is financial annihilation. Overnight, the U.S. Treasury severs the hegemony from the global financial system. Its currency is worthless, its foreign assets frozen. It is now an economic island starving in a global sea. Then, the strategic bombers return. But their targets have changed. Now, the B-52 Stratofortresses and B-1B Lancers take center stage. They are sent to destroy the foundations of a modern society. Key bridges are dropped into rivers. Railway hubs are turned into twisted metal. Highway interchanges are cratered into moonscapes. The nation is being cut into isolated, starving fragments. Next, the energy sector is systematically erased. Guided bombs turn refineries into permanent funeral pyres, their black smoke blotting out the sun. Electrical substations are not just damaged, they are vaporized. The national power grid ceases to exist. Without power, water pumps fail, sanitation systems break down. Within days, disease becomes a deadlier enemy than any army. The final, most calculated blow is against the future itself. Advanced semiconductor fabs, which take a decade to build, are hit with multiple penetrating strikes. Shipyards are flattened. Arms factories are dismantled bolt by bolt. The U.S. isn't just destroying the hegemony's ability to fight today. It is destroying its capacity to build a military for the next 50 years. After weeks of this relentless, merciless campaign, the Eastern hegemony is no longer a state. It is a pre-industrial, dark, and starving territory. The world watches in horror. But one terrifying question remains. What about their nuclear arsenal? Would they launch it in a final suicidal act of vengeance? The chilling answer is that the U.S. has already been fighting that war from the very beginning. The world holds its breath, waiting for the nuclear fire. But in a U.S. total war, even the apocalypse has a contingency plan. The final war isn't fought in the skies or the sea, it's fought in the shadows. While the Air Force was shattering the hegemony's air defenses, America's most secretive warriors were already on the ground. Teams from Delta Force and the CIA's Special Activities Division infiltrated the country. Their sole mission, to preempt the nuclear launch. They hunt the most dangerous prey, mobile missile launchers, using stealth helicopters and high-altitude jumps. These operators set up observation posts near suspected transit routes. When a launcher is spotted, they don't engage. They simply call coordinates to a circling F-35 or a Reaper drone, and the launcher is vanished in a fireball from over the horizon. Simultaneously, the cyber war enters its most critical phase. U.S. Cyber Command activates its most guarded cyber weapons not to disable the nuclear command system, but to corrupt it. Launch orders are delayed. Authentication codes fail. The system is flooded with false data, showing clear skies while American bombers fill the air. The hegemony's leaders cannot trust their own most powerful weapon, but the ultimate guarantee has been in place the entire time. Lurking in the ocean's depths, the Ohio-class ballistic missile submarines are the final arbiters. A single, unambiguous message is delivered to the enemy's remnants. If a single nuclear warhead of any size detonates outside your borders, our response will be the immediate and simultaneous destruction of your entire fixed-site nuclear silo force. You will have nothing left to fire back with. Your nation will cease to exist, and we will remain untouched. This is the silo kill strategy. It makes their ultimate weapon irrelevant. To launch is to ensure instant total self-annihilation, faced with the complete ruin of their nation, a shadow war decimating their nukes, and a deterrent that neutralizes their final option. The hegemony's will shatters. There is no surrender ceremony. The state simply fragments into chaos. The United States stands alone, victorious. It has achieved total victory without a costly ground invasion and without a nuclear exchange. But the cost is profound. America is no longer just a superpower. It is the hyperpower, a nation that proved it could and would end a civilization. The world is forever changed, living under a tense peace enforced by the terrifying, undeniable fact of what America is capable of when it takes the gloves off. So, what do you think? Is a restrained America a safer world, or does its ultimate power guarantee a fragile peace? Let us know in the comments. If you want to explore more Ultimate Showdowns, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for our next journey into the abyss. Thanks for watching.